Hello, and welcome to another episode of WWE 2K Who's the Best? This time we're going to figure out who's the best Women's Royal Rumble winner. Running out of time to be able to do this, as 7-person Battle Royals are not currently a thing. They might be in 2K24 for all I know, but as it stands right now, they're not a thing, and currently there are 6 winners of the Women's Royal Rumble match. So let's get them in a Battle Royal, and let's figure out once and for all who's the best, starting with Charlotte, who won the 3rd Women's Royal Rumble in 2020. And of course Charlotte's won a Royal Rumble. It would, like, as much as I do agree with the narrative that Charlotte gets too much for too little reason, like, not in terms of her ability, just the push that often doesn't make sense. It's just, oh yeah, Charlotte's in a title feud because what else is Charlotte ever going to do? So I do agree with that. But on the flip side, it would be very strange if there had been 6 Women's Royal Rumbles and Charlotte hadn't won one of them. Like, that would be unusual, shall we say. It would be a strange decision, in my opinion. So yes, a deserving winner, undoubtedly. Gets the referee to remove her robe. It's almost it would almost be a stranger decision as booking Charlotte as a babyface. Let's be honest. Right, who else is coming out here? Well, there's your answer. The recently revealed Deluxe Edition 2K24 cover star and the winner of the next Royal Rumble after the one that Charlotte won. 2021 was the year that Bianca Belair won. The Thunderdome Rumble, of course. But nonetheless, still a perfectly valid Royal Rumble win for Bianca Belair. And both of these women, as well as the other 4 that are going to come out soon, will be hoping that that they can prove they're the best. Just going to eliminate 5 other women by throwing them over the top rope to the outside. So it's an easier task than winning a Royal Rumble. However, it's also, you know, chock full of previous Royal Rumble winners, so it's arguably more difficult because there's no fodder. Everyone here is capable of winning this match. Ronda Rousey out next, won the one after Bianca Belair, funnily enough, in 2022. So, quite the history. WrestleMania main event, of course, with Charlotte Flair. Did Bianca and Ronda have a lot of history? I don't recall it, but I'd be surprised if they hadn't met at some point. And of course, Charlotte and Bianca have plenty of history. Let's face it, this is the main event scene of the women's division, so they're pretty much all going to have history with each other. Ah, no. The next year after Ronda Rousey, they're coming out in order at the moment, but that's soon going to change because this is last year as well. The Royal Rumble 2023 was won by Rhea Ripley, who is also on the Deluxe Edition cover for WWE 2K24, along with Bianca Belair. And if you're interested who's the better cover star, that was yesterday's video. So do feel free to go check that out once you're done here. It was just a straight-up one-on-one match between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. But yes, the current, she's not got the belt because I took it off her simply because, you know, she wasn't champion when she won the Royal Rumble. So I figured I'd make it as Royal Rumble feeling-y as possible. No champions in it. There's very rarely champions in the Royal Rumble. It has happened, but it's quite rare, especially world-level champions. So, yeah. Rhea Ripley Not representing herself as world champion here, representing herself as former Royal Rumble winner. Of course, she did go on to win the Women's World Championship, then the SmackDown Women's Championship from Charlotte Flair, I believe, and still holds that title to this day. The belt has changed, the name has changed, but it's still the same lineage, and Rhea Ripley still has it all this time later. So quite the formidable foe for everyone. The most recent, and she won it from #1 as well. So, yeah, the one to beat for sure. Now, the first Royal Rumble winner, Women's Royal Rumble winner, Asuka. It's funny, we're kind of going in a loop. We started with Charlotte, then we went to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and then looped back round to the first one. And then the second winner will be next out. So, yeah, they've gone in order, they just started in the wrong place. But yeah, Asuka won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Back in 2018. It's wild that the first ever Women's Royal Rumble was only, what, 6 years ago? It took them that long to do a Women's Royal Rumble. It's crazy. It's just ridiculous. But it's happened now. So, you know, that's something, I guess. But Asuka, I assume, wanting to prove something with being the person in this match for whom it's been longest since she got a Rumble win. Feels like she's got a little something to prove, I would say. And again, lots of history between Asuka and combatants in this match, but I feel like it would be remiss to not mention Charlotte Flair, who Asuka went on to challenge at WrestleMania, having won the Royal Rumble and lost. So I'm sure she'd love to eliminate Charlotte. Like, she'll want to win the whole thing, but I'm sure, on a personal note, she'd also love to eliminate Charlotte. Speaking of people that would love to eliminate Charlotte Flair, the man, Becky Lynch. Lots of history here between Becky Lynch and Asuka, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Not so much yet with Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, but I'm sure that's coming. I'm sure that's coming in the near future. But Becky Lynch, the final competitor in this match. The second Women's Royal Rumble winner. And we are about ready to get underway. Was Becky Lynch really heel when this game came out? Because everyone's booing like crazy. I don't remember it being that recent that she was heel, to be honest. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. All 6 women are out here, and off we go. This is going to be carnage to call. We've got Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch paired up. Lovely to see at the start. We've got Ronda Rousey and Bianca Belair, and then we've got Asuka and Charlotte. Hell yeah, let's focus on those for a second. Oh, slammed down with her arm tucked in behind in like a hammerlock position. Oh, and I don't know what to call that Becky Lynch just did to Bianca Belair, but painful would probably be one of the words. And then she runs up and bulldogs Asuka, cheap shot from behind, and Rhea Ripley goes after Bianca Belair. Those two unfinished business after yesterday's video, clearly. Oh, Bianca gets out that double-handed chokeslam though with a beautiful arm drag counter and then hits a spear. Meanwhile, Ronda Rousey goes after Becky Lynch. Of course, I mentioned the triple threat main event of WrestleMania with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch, of course, the other competitor in that match. Lots of history all over the place in this battle royal. Now Rhea Ripley sends Ronda Rousey into the corner, but then Asuka goes after Ripley. Ducks underneath, German suplex. And a clothesline to the back of Charlotte from Bianca Belair. Becky Lynch, back elbow to Ronda Rousey. Those two going at it now. Really going back and forth here. She's going to scoop. Nope. Bexploder. And then a Codebreaker from Asuka, for want of a better name for it. Now, what's Charlotte got in mind for Rhea Ripley here? Oh, backpack stunner. Now, Becky Lynch going to try and eliminate Bianca Belair, maybe? No, interrupted by Ronda Rousey. This is absolute carnage. Big boot to the face of Rhea Ripley by Charlotte Flair. I just realised, Becky Lynch's win, Charlotte was in the main event of WrestleMania, the women's title match with her. Ronda Rousey's was against Charlotte. Asuka's was against Charlotte. Rhea Ripley's was against Charlotte. My goodness, I'm surprised Charlotte didn't fight herself after winning the Royal Rumble, to be perfectly honest. Uh-oh, Becky Lynch eliminates Bianca Belair with a Bexploder. My goodness. Okay, it's not going to be Bianca Belair, and I think that is a surprising first elimination. But with that said, I think anyone in this match would be a surprising first elimination. But Ronda Rousey taking the fight to Becky Lynch now. Meanwhile, Charlotte going at it with Asuka. And now Ronda Rousey turns her attention to Rhea Ripley. The double R's going at it. Short arm shoulder tackle. Would you like to see a triple threat of double R's? Ronda Rousey, Rhea Ripley, and Raquel Rodriguez? Let me know in the comments. Why not, eh? Any theme will do. And Charlotte takes out Ronda Rousey, and Asuka gets up just in time for Charlotte to go after her. Where's she taking her? Up against the ropes there, but then Rhea Ripley grabs her from behind and fires her off into the corner. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey going at it once again. Lots of old rivalries being reignited here. You love to see it. Oh, leg drop takedown by Charlotte there on Rhea Ripley. And then eats a clothesline from Rousey. Judo throw. And then goes after the arm. A couple of times Charlotte's arm's been targeted in this match. And if you haven't got the arm strength to lift your opponents up and over the top ropes, to me, struggling in a Battle Royal match. Like usually you target an arm to go for a submission win. But there are other reasons. Uh-oh, Asuka. Hip attack to Becky Lynch. Meanwhile, Ronda Rousey really working on the arm of Rhea Ripley now. But then Asuka intercepts and goes after Rousey, who gets straight back up, does not appreciate being taken down by the ponytail. Ooh, spin kick to the face though. And then Charlotte going after the leg of Rhea Ripley. Classic Charlotte, usually looking for the figure 8 leg lock. No use to her in this match in terms of winning it. But again, just like taking out someone's arms, if you take out someone's legs and they haven't got that leg strength to hoist you up and over the top rope, how are they going to win the match? Oh, STF by Becky Lynch on Charlotte Flair. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley with the delayed drop kick into Asuka in the corner. Charlotte breaks out of the STF after a long time suffering in the middle of the ring there. No submissions in this match, of course. I can't believe Becky caught Bianca Belair off guard again. It's like SummerSlam all over again. Now, Becky Lynch, the only one standing of her own volition. Rhea Ripley being held up in the corner, so is Asuka. Becky's going to try and eliminate Asuka, the woman she vacated the Raw Women's Championship to when she was pregnant. And she eliminates her. That's 2 eliminations for Big Time Bex. Oh, Ronda Rousey was in a precarious position, but Poison ran a nice counter there. And now look at this. The Mania Triple Threat main event. Going at it, but Charlotte turns her attention to Rhea Ripley as Becky carries on the attack on Ronda Rousey. And Becky and Charlotte, always happy to fight each other. Bexploder. Now Rhea Ripley clubs at Becky Lynch as she's trying to get back up. Zigzag to Charlotte Flair from Rhea Ripley. Okay. Ronda Rousey sticks Rhea Ripley in the corner, but then Charlotte grabs her from behind, hits a belly to back suplex. Whew. I mean, it's starting to ease up on how chaotic it is to commentate, but it's still a lot to keep up with. Becky and Rhea going back and forth. Ronda Rousey going after Charlotte Flair. Hurricane Rana attempt. That's risky. She sent herself over the top rope, but it pays off. And out goes Charlotte. And Becky Lynch eliminates Rhea Ripley. Becky's eliminated 3. Ronda Rousey's only eliminated 1. But it's not about who eliminates the most. It's about who wins. And Ronda Rousey's going to attempt that right here. Trying to throw Becky Lynch over the top. Becky has definitely got the most eliminations for this match. Rousey can't catch her, but it's worth nothing if you don't win. I mean, I suppose it's worth, you know, a statistic, but you'd much rather win the match, right? Now Becky going to try and eliminate Ronda Rousey. That was a quick flurry of eliminations, with Charlotte and Rhea going basically simultaneously, like near enough. Can Lynch eliminate Rousey here? Oof! Not if she gets clubbed in the side of the head like that. My goodness. Oh, Rousey going for your guillotine. I mean, yeah, you can knock out Becky Lynch, choke her out, but then you've got a dead weight to lift up and over the top rope. It's quite the challenge, honestly. Oh, Becky Lynch fights up and out of it, though. Look at this. And slams Rousey down and does eventually free her head from the guillotine. Rousey not gonna let up that easily though. Goes back after Becky. Oh, knee to the face. My goodness. Absolutely no mercy from either of these women for the other judo throw. And goes after the arm for that armbar as well. No submissions, but yeah, if you can break the arm, how is Becky ever going to eliminate you? Yeah, she taps out. Doesn't do her any good. I mean, Ronda Rousey does choose to relinquish the hold, but, like, yeah, she didn't have to. Uh-oh. Hooks up the arm. She was going for that hammerlock slam, but Becky Lynch escaped. And then Ronda Rousey just clotheslined her over the top and picks up the win. My goodness, that was out of nowhere. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments who you think is the best Women's Royal Rumble winner so far. Try and get that comment in before this year's Royal Rumble, but if it's after, feel free to let me know if this year's winner is the best one. Subscribe if you're new here as well, it'd be greatly appreciated for more simulated gameplay content. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Abaza, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.